Well, hello. So today I am rambling on about one of my favorite candles of all time. It is a Halloween candle. For me, it's just when I want to burn this candle, I don't care what season it is, but it totally does scream Halloween. I think everything about it does, and it actually is like from a Halloween collection, but anytime, I think this is just such a great candle. It's one of my favorite candles, period. Definitely like one of my favorite Halloween candles. Village Candle, Haunted Mansion. Couple things. First of all, if you don't know Village Candle, you should get acquainted with them because I love them so much. I feel like most people know Village from like TJ Maxx and Home Goods. They have their candles in there sometimes. That's how I came to know about them, but they've actually been around for a while. I would say they're kind of like a contemporary of like Yankee Candle and Goose Creek. They have these like big jars, and then actually they also do have like 3 wicks and that kind of stuff on their website. They have recently been acquired by Stonewall Kitchen, so all their stuff is now on the Stonewall Kitchen website, but you can still, I'm pretty sure, just type in Village Candle and it'll just redirect you. So this was part of their Halloween collection, and they also had these last year. There's 3 candles in the collection, and then they also have their fantasy collection, which has some, like, in my opinion, Halloweenish scents, but this is from their actual like Halloween collection. It's 28 ounces. This is called a large apothecary jar, and they also have these in like the tiny jars. So first things first, at this very moment, as I'm speaking to you, the large apothecary jar is actually sold out, but I wouldn't worry about it because I've actually seen this one come in and out of stock a couple times, and I am almost 100% positive that they will restock this before Halloween. Probably like pretty quickly they'll restock it. I actually have a couple of these, and I have like seen them go in and out of stock, so I wouldn't worry about it, but they do still have the tiny jars in stock at the moment, but I'm pretty sure these will come back. But yeah, so it's a 28 ounce jar. It's $19.95 is the full price. That's like the regular full price for Village Candle, which is honestly pretty good, like with no discounts. That's like actually like one of the lowest prices for like these large jar candles that like you'll find around. They do have discounts and stuff, like they will send you coupons sometimes, and like they'll send you like ways to get discounts. Stonewall Kitchen has like a 15% off your first order going on right now. So yes, they do, and they do clearance their stuff and that kind of thing. And also you can find them in like Home Goods and TJ Maxx. I don't know. I haven't looked, but I don't know if you would find something like a limited edition collection kind of stuff like this in TJ Maxx or anything like that, but maybe you could. But yeah, so they are available. I really do think it will come back in stock, so don't worry too much if you want it. But yeah, I can't recommend this candle enough. I think it is so unique and so cool, and I'm just obsessed. So it's a 2-wick, black wax. Look at it though, like literally just look at it. It has that like haunted house with all the bats on it. It looks like some like haunted house, like some like famous one. I don't know which one. Maybe like Psycho. Is that what this? I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but it's really cool. It's very like gothic and awesome. And I mean, the aesthetic is like totally there. I feel like people would just go crazy for this. I feel like this is such an underrated candle for the look, the name, everything. But most importantly, what does it smell like? It smells so good. It's okay. So it's a little bit weird. It's not, which I like, and I think that's why I think it's so cool, because it's not one of those candles where like you have like a Halloween candle and they'll like just like slap like a spooky label on like a fruity candle, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I subscribe to that too, and I'm fine with that, and I get why, that's a thing, but this isn't that. This is like a spooky, weird scent, but it's very, in my opinion, I think it's beautiful. Okay, so I smell like very, very, very dark berries, and I wouldn't exactly say wine, but almost. They're so dark that we're almost in like, it smells like wine, but it's not boozy. It's just like the berries are like very, very deep. And then in addition, wood. I would say maybe cedar, and I am going to read the notes, but I'm just telling you, without looking at them. I would say cedar, but it smells more like, less like a tree and more like a cabinet or something, if that makes sense. Like almost like sawdust or something. Yeah, it's very cool and, in my opinion, very pleasant, but it is a little odd. And then a little bit of some kind of smokiness or spiciness. It's very, like, it smells gothic. That's honestly what it smells like. That's how I would describe it. It's like a gothic smell. It smells dark. It isn't a sweet scent. It's not just a woody scent. It smells like, it's a deep, dark scent. And it's kind of like, but it's very like elegant at the same time. Like it smells rich. So what do the notes actually say? I have like read them before, but I don't like have them memorized. Okay, so it says dark berries, earthy accord, patchouli, and cashmere musk. Okay, so I definitely get the dark berries, but they're so dark. It, like, this doesn't smell like a blueberry candle. It doesn't smell like grapes. Like I said, it's almost wine, but not exactly. Earthy accord, like that's like kind of a conceptual note. It does kind of smell earthy. And then it also says patchouli and cashmere musk. So patchouli kind of does smell earthy. I can smell, I think the patchouli is probably the, like the smoky spiciness that I'm smelling. It doesn't, like, this doesn't scream patchouli. So like, I know a lot of people hate patchouli and I get that. You don't have to like go running with this. This is not like a patchouli candle in my opinion. I can smell it in there, but it's like, it's supporting, it's not like featured, you know. This isn't witch's brew. Like it's not gonna knock you out like with the patchouli. It's very well blended, the patchouli in this. I do kind of smell it because it is a little bit like, there's a little bit of an earthiness in it, but it smells very like rich. I've never smelled a candle that smells like this before, and I think it totally like fits what it's going for. I think this was very like, I think it was beautifully done. I think it does smell like a haunted mansion. I think it smells, this reminds me, okay, so like my other thing besides like well, I have a couple, but you know, I really like, if you're into like gothic literature, I think you have to have this candle and just like burn it while you're like reading Rebecca or like anything by the Bronte sisters, or like as I stare at my like stack of Victoria Holt novels, or like Dracula or The Woman in White or anything like that. Or if you love that stuff, if you want to like pretend that you're like a lady in like a gothic mansion in Cornwall and like you're in love with like the brooding like master of the house, but like there's like an ominous presence and you're in peril, like this is your candle. Like this, to me, like I feel like this is what Manderley smells like. It does. It's like, it's rich and it smells elegant. Like it kind of smells expensive, but there is like this really like weird creepiness to it. It smells gothic. That's the only way that I can really like describe it. And I think if you're into that stuff, if you're into like Tim Burton and anything like that, this is a spooky, beautiful, beautiful candle. It's like, it's so unique. And it smells great. Like I wouldn't say this is polarizing, but it is kind of weird. And I feel like, you know, this isn't necessarily for everyone. It's not like a huge, like, I don't know if this is like everybody's candle, but if you're into the spooky stuff, man, like I think you have to try this because it is so unique. How does it burn? It burned beautifully. I had absolutely no issues with it. Village Candle, you can like read about it on their website. They have this like patented like no soot like wick technology, and they really don't soot. Like honestly, between you and me, like this is just my experience, I have never ever had like a drop of soot from Village Candle. Like anything from Village, like they just don't soot. Like it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, and I don't necessarily like, you know, I feel like soot kind of just like comes with the territory if you're gonna like burn a lot of candles, but they like never soot. Yeah, so they have, because of that, I guess, they have like their wicks aren't as like fiery necessarily. So like sometimes like if you burn it like all the way down, like the flames won't be like as high. But what I've kind of like learned to do is I don't trim them like off the bat. And again, this is not official information. I don't know if this is what they recommend. they haven't talked. I don't I don't know. So take what I say with a grain of salt or don't take it at all. But I don't trim village candles. Like, actually, this is kind of what I do with most candles. I don't trim the wicks like the first time I burn it, and then, you know, then I'll like break some off of it and I'll see like how it goes. And honestly, I find that I do not have to trim these, and for me, a lot of times it works better if I like don't trim them much, because again, they're not really like sooty, like dirty candles. So it's just like, see, I don't know, I never have like problems with them though. Like, I've never had like a wick drown or anything like that. Also, like, their customer service is so nice. Like, they're active on like social media, and they always answer really quickly, and they're also like, they're so sweet. And I'm just such a fan of Village, and I think they have so many unique offerings, and also they have just such a wide selection of like basically like any kind of like core candle that you would want. Like, Village has something, and I think they're great. And this candle is like such, in my opinion, like should be a Halloween staple as well. Just a staple in general. Like, this is not exclusively Halloween. I burn this all year round when I'm reading, or like, you know, whatever kind of thing that I'm into, or like just for whatever. It totally sets a vibe. It's beautiful. I love it. Check it out. Also, check out their other Halloween stuff, because I don't have the other two Halloween candles, Ghost Cemetery and Pumpkin Scarecrow, but they look really cool. So totally do not sleep on the Village Candle Halloween, or Village Candle in general. Thanks so much for watching.